Okay, this is the video for mx coordinate geometry. Yeah, I think it's a Form 4 chapter. Yes, and then this video is for paper 2. So actually over here I will discuss 2 to 3 different types of the coordinate geometric question in paper 2. So yes, for those students who do not have a very good basics in the geometric coordinates, actually in mx, so I will recommend you to go and find my first video, which is for paper 1, because over there actually I did mention few formula and I do explain how to use the formula, because in these videos, because it's paper 2, the question will take slightly long, so actually I will do quite fast, and then of course at the same time I will explain, but not that clear that compares to the last video I made for paper 1. So yeah, so if you think yourself do not do so good in geometric coordinates, just make sure you go and find out my first video, which is I do mention like SPM mx Form 4 coordinate geometry for paper 1. Alright, go and find that video, and yeah, that video will help you understand better about this chapter. Okay, anyways, do not waste your time. I'm going to start about this chapter. Okay, this is paper 2. Okay, over here you see a diagram, and then you will see different coordinate, and then you will see an equation. So first, A, he will ask you find the equation of the straight line AB. So very easy. Okay, so you want to find the equation of the straight line AB. Of course, if you have two coordinates, it's very easy, but then you do not have the coordinate B. You have one information is they are perpendicular. So whenever you see the symbol of perpendicular, I say you have to straight away link to one formula, which is M1 multiple M2 equals to -1. Equal to -1. So you have to straight away link to this formula whenever you see perpendicular. So over here, from this equation, I can get the gradient for BC. So I want to get the gradient for BC, so I'm going to change this one to y equal to mx plus c. So 2y plus x plus 6 equals 0. So 2y equals to -x minus 6. So y will equals to, divide 2 for the whole thing. So -1 over 2x minus 3. I divide 2 here, divide 2 here. So therefore, I know gradient for BC is -1 over 2. Alright, and then I want to find gradient of AB. So gradient of AB multiple gradient of BC will give me -1. Alright, so I just multiple. So gradient for AB multiple -1 over 2 equals to -1. So I can get gradient of AB will equals to 2. Alright, then I know the gradient for AB already. So I have one coordinate, I just put in the formula, so I can easily get the equation of AB. So in order to find the equation of AB, okay, so I'm going to write equation AB. So I'm going to use this formula. Alright, okay, because I'm in a safe place, so I'm going to do something like this. Alright, over here, I'm going to use, okay, what is the coordinate A? Okay, coordinate A is -4, 9, because I'm going to substitute this one into my formula, which is y minus y1 is 9 equals to m. M is 2 bracket x minus x1, -4. Alright, I close bracket. So y minus 9 equals to 2x, this is plus 4, plus 8. So y will equals to 2x plus 17. Alright, so this is the equation of AB. Done. So if I done, so yeah, I just mention it over here. So I got the equation of AB is y equals to 2x plus 17. Alright, so I mentioned here because I'm going to take off this paper. Alright, so over here shouldn't have any problem because this is just the formula. Okay, let me just write the formula. Now this is y minus y1 bracket equals to m x minus x1. Yeah. If you're not sure about this formula, you just go to my first video, which I mentioned just now. Alright, the second part, he will ask you to find the coordinates B. Okay, I mentioned in the last video, if you want to find the coordinate B, actually, you need two equations and then you do the simultaneous equation. So over here, you do have the two equations. Correct or not? You got two equations, so I'm going to write down. Because simultaneous equation are going to help you to find the coordinate B. Okay, you're going to substitute this equation into the second equation, and then you can find the intersection point, which is the intersection point over here is B. So I'm going to call this one 1, I'm going to call this one is 2. Okay, so I'm going to substitute 1 into 2. So you see what happened is 2y is 2x plus 17 plus x plus 6 will equal to 0. So I solve this one, I got the x coordinate for B. So 4x plus 34 plus x plus 6 equals 0. So 4x plus x is 5x. 34 plus 6 is 40, will be negative 40. So x will give me negative 8. And then I'm going to substitute x equals to negative 8 into 1 to find my y. Alright, so y will equals to 2 negative 8 plus 17, which is negative 16 plus 17, which is 1. So therefore, I got my coordinate B will be negative 8 and 1. Alright, when you got the coordinate, always double check, see whether it makes sense or not. Because, okay, this is negative side, so negative 8 makes sense. And then this one is positive 1, okay, makes sense. So I can confirm this coordinate is almost correct. Alright, then I'm going to go to the part B and part C. Alright, for part B, over here, yeah, I just got my coordinates, so I just make sure I write it down. It's negative 8 and 1. So I'm going to write here, this is negative 8 and 1. Alright, okay, say B. The straight line AB is extend to the point D, such that AB and BD, okay, you have the ratio 2 and 3. Okay, so in this case, maybe I have to flip my paper. Just wait me for a few seconds. Alright, I'm going to flip my paper like this. Okay, so I'm going to put here and then put a new paper just to match. Alright, because, okay, it says that straight line AB, so I roughly sketch AB over here. A and B. Okay, it's extend to the point D. So I'm going to extend this one to the point D. Alright, such that AB ratio BD, AB ratio BD is 2 ratio 3. So I think this is 2, this is 3. Am I right? Ratio BD is 2 ratio D. And then if I ask you to find the coordinate D. Alright, yes, then I'm going to take off this paper. Yes. So, from here we know our A is, yeah, let me use other color. Okay, maybe I choose a green. A is negative 4 and 9. B is negative 8 and 1. So I'm going to find D. And then I got something like this. I know I have to use the formula something like x, mx1 plus nx2 divided by m plus n, comma, and then my1 plus ny2 divided by m plus n. Because when I see ratio, I know I'm going to use this formula. So over here, I'm going to apply in this formula in order to find D. However, we have to know this formula will got something like xy, right? The xy always mention the middle coordinate, which is B. So B will equals to this one. So B will equal to this one, so I'm going to put it in. Okay, so I'm going to, B is negative 8 and 1, which equals to this one. Okay, I'm going to call 3 is M, 2 is N. Alright, so I say this one have to multiply the further one. And then I'm going to call D equal to X and Y. Okay, easy for me to label everything. So 3 multiple negative 4 plus N, which is 2. 2 multiple further one, which is X, over M plus N, 3 plus 2. Okay, comma. I do the same thing for Y, because now I done the X part. Now I'm going to do the Y. So M going to multiple the Y, which is 9. So 3 going to multiple 9 plus 2 going to multiple the further one, which is Y. Same thing, M plus N, 3 plus 2. Alright, and then this one is for X, this one is for Y. This coordinate, this is X and Y. Am I right? So I'm going to separate them. X equals to X, Y equals to Y. So negative 8 will equals to, this one is negative 12 plus 2x over 5. So negative 12 plus 2x will equals to negative 40. So 2x will equals to negative 12, okay, negative 28. So x will equals to negative 40. Alright, so I'm going to find my y. So over here, I do the same thing. Y is 1, right? So 1 will equals to 3, 9 is 27 plus 2y divided by 5. So 5 will equals to 27 plus 2y. So 2y will equals to minus 27 is negative 22. So y will equals to negative 21. So from here, this is xy is for my d, right? So therefore, I know my d is equal to negative 14 and negative 11. That's all. Okay, this is how I solve the question like this. When he say extend, so you must be able to understand extend mean like this. And then he will give you about the ratio, so you're going to put your ratio in, and then label this one as m and n. But ratio formula, I mentioned a lot of times, just make sure you m multiple the further coordinate. You m don't multiple the nearer one, because if you 3 multiple x or 3 multiple y, you got it wrong. N have to multiple the further one. And then this one, n multiple the further one. Don't multiple the nearer one. Alright? You can always practice this formula. So I would recommend you to find an exercise book and practice about this formula, because this formula almost come out like every year. So make sure you practice on it. Alright, and we're going to go to the last part, which is C. Okay, he said point P moves such that the distance from the point A is always 5 units. Find the equation of the locus. So in the locus video I mentioned, when you see the word locus in the geometric coordinate chapter, you always must link it to the distance. And then at the same time, of course, you always need to link it to the distance formula, which is x, something like x minus x1 square plus y minus y1 square. Okay, square root of the whole thing. Okay, this is distance formula. So whenever you see locus, you have to link to the distance formula. Alright, this is what I hope you can do it. Okay, however, I'm going to explain it, of course. He said point P will move such that its distance from A is always 5 units. So this is A, so I'm going to imagine point B will move somewhere here, and then the distance over here is always 5 units. This is the meaning of move, because this is A1, so he's going to move along the A. So from here, the first information I have from this part C is, I will have the information is AP will equal to 5, because the distance for AP is always 5 units. So let me write the coordinate A again. What is A? A is negative 4 and 9. Okay, so I do not know P. I'm going to call P X and Y. So I say locus, because it asks you to find the equation of locus. Locus, you always need to link to the distance formula. So I'm going to use the distance formula in these cases. So I'm going to write the square root AP will equals to 5 later. So yeah, square root, I'm going to use the x minus negative 4 square plus y minus 9 square. Okay, just simple. X minus this one, y plus square plus y minus this one square. This is a distance formula. If you are not sure, go and check, find it out. I think exam is given this formula. However, okay, first step is I square both sides. Always do like this. So I got no more square root already, and then here will give me 25. Alright, then I'm going to solve this one quickly. This one called x plus 4, am I right? So I expand this one, I will got x squared plus 8x plus 16. Okay, and then I expand this one, I will got y squared minus 18y plus 81. Alright, and then I'm going to make everything become the 0, then I can get the locus equation. So I'm going to move this one to minus 25. Okay, move the minus 25 over here and then rearrange this one. So I got x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 18y. Okay, and then I got plus 16. Yeah, and plus 81. Yes, so I'm going to solve I only can solve the number behind, because this is x and y I couldn't solve. X squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 18y. I'm going to solve this one. This is negative 9, negative 9, negative 9. Okay, 72. Plus 72 equals 0. Yes, so this one is the equation of Locus. P. Done. Alright, this is how to solve the Locus question. If you are not sure, actually I do make one video for Locus. You can go and find out. Alright, it's not really hard, so just make sure you can understand about this one. Then yeah, I'm going to move on to the second question. Okay, this is my second question. Alright. Okay, all this is the past year question. I got the question from the SAS buddy. Yeah, you can go and find out from any bookstore. Alright. Yeah. For this question, okay. You see the diagram. This one means they are parallel. Parallel always mean they have the same values of they have the same value in gradient. So mean they have the same gradient. And you got the perpendicular symbol 90 degree. Mean m1 multiple m2 will equal to negative 1. Alright. And then you got the equation for AB. And then you got the equation for AO. Alright. So yes, and then he's going to ask you to find a value for K. So I'm going to rearrange. So yeah, I'm going to write it down also. Alright, so AB is given here. I will got 6y equals to kx plus 26. Okay, I will have the habits to change this one to y equal to mx plus c. So y will equals to k over 6x plus 26 over 6. Y equal to mx plus c. Alright, then I know actually m for AB over here is k over 6. Easy? Y equal to mx plus c. Alright, then I got the equation for AO, or you can call OA, equals to y equals to negative 3 over 2x. Okay, do not have c, c is 0. So gradient for AO over here is negative 3 over 2. So from here, because of the perpendicular symbol, so actually I know that this gradient multiple this gradient will equal to negative 1. So I'm going to do the same. So gradient AB multiple gradient AO will equals to negative 1. Alright, so this is k over 6 multiple negative 3 over 2 equals to negative 1. K over 6 will equal to negative 1 multiple negative 2 over 3, which is positive 2 over 3. Okay, so k will equals to, okay, just the 2 will become 12 over 3, which is k will give us the values of 4. Done? Yes, so I'm going to, this one will become 4. Alright, so I'm going to, yeah, be done, and then we find the value for k. After that, of course, he will ask you to find the coordinates AB again. So yeah, so since we got this one is 4, so I'm going to write this one more time. Okay, AB, because given here is 6y, k just now is 4, right? 4x plus 26. And AO is given, which is y equals to negative 3 over 2x. Okay, then it asks you to find the coordinate. I mentioned a few times, if the question asks you to find the coordinate, always link it to the simultaneous equation. Most of the time it's work. So whenever you need to do simultaneous equation, you need two equations, which I have the two equations over here. So I'm going to call this one 1 and I'm going to call this one 2. This is already in the subjects of y, so I'm going to substitute 2 into 1. So in this case, I substitute 2 into 1. Alright, so 6y will become 6, negative 3 over 2x will equal to 4x plus 26. Alright, so after I solve this equation, I can get the x value for the intersection point, which is the A here. So I'm going to find the value for x in A. Okay, yeah, so this one I simplified. I will got 3, so this is negative 9x equal to 4x plus 26. So I will got 13x equal to negative 26. Alright, so x will equals to negative 2. Alright, and then I'm going to substitute x equals to negative 2 into second one, into 2. So y will equals to negative 3 over 2 multiple negative 2. Negative will give me positive value. Simplify 1, so equal to 3. So therefore, I get the coordinate A will become negative 2 and 3. I'm done. Alright, this is just a normal simultaneous equation. I hope you can understand how to solve this one, the algebra and everything. If you are not sure about simultaneous equation, you can go and find out some video about simultaneous equation. This is quite simple. Alright, so I got the coordinate A, so I'm going to write the A down. A will become negative 2 and 3. Alright, then I'm going to continue the part B. Okay, the part B over here, same thing, it will give you the ratio. So over this, in this case, it gives you a ratio. This one, AQ equal to 1 and QB equals to 2. So ratio will be 1 and 2. Okay, and then it asks you, find the coordinate B. Okay, if you want to use the ratio formula, you need at least 2 coordinates. Now you do not have the coordinate, you want to find B. So I recommend you to find Q first, because Q is the y-intercept. Alright, so I'm going to rewrite this equation again. So 6y equals to, k is 4. 4x plus 26. So y will equals to 4 over 6x plus 26 over 6. Simplify y equals to 2 over 3x plus 13 over 3. Alright, then I'm going to find the coordinate of Q. Q is y-intercept, so y-intercept x equal to 0, and then here equal to c, which is 13 over 3. Y equal to mi plus c, what? We know c is always y-intercept. Okay, memorize this one. Y equal to mi plus c, this is the purpose of c. So I know you cut at y-intercept at 13 over 3. Alright, it's not hard, right? So now you got Q, yeah, and then you got A also, it's negative 2 and 3. So I'm going to find B using the ratio formula, which I mentioned just now, which is something like mx plus n x1 over m plus n, comma, my plus n y1 over m plus n. Alright, and then they will equals to the middle coordinates, which is 0, 13. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to substitute in order to make it clear, so I'm going to draw the things out. Yeah, so okay, let me draw the things. Few seconds. So this is Q, this is A, this is B. The ratio given over here is 1 and 2. The coordinate given is negative 2, 3, and this one is 0, 13 over 3. And this one is x and y. Because I do not know, I'm going to just put x and y. Alright, so the formula is simple. Okay, so, m multiple the x1, I say have to multiply the further one. So I'm going to 1 multiple x, which is x, plus 2 multiple negative 2, which is negative 4, over 1 plus 3 is, 1 plus 2 is 3, comma, same thing, 1 multiple the further one is y, plus 2 multiple 3 is 6 over 1 plus 3, which is 1 plus 2, which is 3, equals to the middle coordinates, which is 0 and 13 over 3. Alright, and then I solve it separately. Yes, let me give me some time. Yeah, I'm going to solve it separately. So we got something like this over here, so I'm going to solve it. So this is x equal to 0. This is y equal to 13 over 3. So therefore, x minus 4 over 3 equal to 0. So x minus 4 equal to 0. So x equal to 4. Okay, so for this one. Okay, so y plus 6 over 3 equals to 13 over 3. So y plus 6 equals to 13. So y equals to 13 minus 6, which is 7. Alright, so I got the coordinate B over here is 4 and 7. Okay, by solving this. Alright, I think you have no issue. You can try to solve it. You got different answer, you can just post a comment below. Alright, so I got the coordinate B, so I'm going to write the coordinate B down. This is 4 and 7. Alright, and then next part it asks you to find the equation of the straight line BC. So you're going to find BC. So from here, you see the parallel symbol mean they have the same gradient. Gradient for AO will same with the gradient for BC, which is negative 3 over 2 from the equation over here. It's not hard. Okay, so I'm going to substitute B in and the gradient into the equation formula. So y minus 7 equals to negative 3 over 2 x minus 4. Okay, this is just the formula, alright? So, yes, and then I'm going to solve it. Y minus 7 equals to negative 3 over 2x plus, this one multiple in, you have got 6. Okay? Yeah, is it 6? Yeah, 2 multiple 3, 6. Yeah, correct. So y will equals to negative 3 over 2x plus 6 plus 7 will be 13. Alright, this one is the equation. So therefore you can write again in the exam equations of BC is y equals to negative 3 over 2x plus 13. You write like this, I guarantee you got full mark. Alright, it's not that hard, right? So you must understand about the diagram and then of course understand a little bit on the formula. Okay, because this formula actually is not given, but then it's not hard. If you're not sure about this formula, you can still use the y equal to mx plus c. Okay, of course at the last part you will have some Locus question as usual. So point P moves such that 2PA equals to PB. I say whenever you see the Locus question, first you must link it to the distance formula. Locus in geometric coordinates is always related to the distance. So whenever I see locus, I will link it to the distance. Alright, so he says point P will move between A and B. So he will move some things like 2PA equals to PB. Okay, so if you're not so sure about this one, so actually you can straight away substitute in to do. But then if you are the person like me want to explain, so I'm going to show you what's the ratio first. So 2PA equals to PB. So 2 equals to PB over PA. I'm going to do the ratio out. So therefore, PB or ratio PA equals to 2 ratio 1 because of the fraction things. Alright, so I know the P will move closest to the A because of the ratio. So actually P is moving somewhere like this, I think, because the ratio here have to be, this is P, so ratio here have to be 2 and then ratio here have to be 1. However, you no need to understand, not to say no need, if you want to understand it's a good thing also, but then in order to solve this question, you actually not necessarily really need to understand this formula, this locus so well. You just need to know how to substitute into this distance, into this given information. Alright, so I'm going to write again over here. From the locus he gives us 2PA equals to PB. So I do not know what is the coordinate for P, so I'm going to call it X and Y. And then I know the coordinate for A, which is negative 2 and 3. Of course, I know the coordinate for B, which is 4 and 7. Alright, I got all this information, I can just put in, okay, this is formula for PA equals to PB. So I'm just going to substitute, okay, PA, so I'm going to put something like P and A. So X minus negative 2 will be X plus 2 square plus Y minus 3 square. Alright, and then here will be PB. I will do the same thing, X minus 4 square plus Y minus 7 square. Distant formula, nothing special. However, here got a very important step I have to mention. You have to square for both things in order to solve the square root. Okay, but then when the time you do the square, a lot of students will forget to square the 2 also. You have to square the 2 also. Okay, even the square here can settle the square root. This one can settle the square root, but then you have to square the 2 also. So you have got 4. And then bracket, I'm going to solve this one. It's going to be solved very long. So this one is x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y square minus 6y plus 9, alright, equals to, I'm going to solve this one, is, okay, x squared minus x plus 16. Okay, this one will be plus y squared minus 14y plus 49. Alright, I know it's not enough place for me to write. Alright, if you couldn't read the word, yeah, I think you couldn't read. So you just listen to it and then you try it yourself. This is 49. Okay, anyway, I'm going to multiply 4 to every number over here. Okay, I will got 4x squared plus 16x plus 16 plus 4y squared minus 24y plus 36 equals to x squared minus xx plus 16 plus y squared minus 14y plus 49. Alright, and then move everything here, make it become 0. Okay, in order to save time, I'm going to do it directly. Okay, 4x squared minus x squared, we got 3x squared. Alright, 4y squared minus y squared, we have got plus 3y squared. So whenever solve ready, I'm going to erase it. And then I cancel it, not to say erase it. Okay, and then 16x minus x will be positive, ax will be plus. So it will be plus 24x. Okay, done. And then we got minus 14y. Here will be plus 14y, negative 24y, we still have negative 10y. Done. Alright, and then we have the number. Okay, 36 plus 16, we got 52. So over here, if you solve here, we got 52. Okay, here we got 16 plus 49. 16 plus 49, we will got 65. Yes, we will got 65. Yeah. So, move over here with minus 65. So, 52 minus 65 will have negative 13. Yes, done. Alright. So, this one is the equation. Yeah, this one is the equation of the locus, because we will ask you, find the equation of the locus P. So you just make sure you solve it and then move everything equal to 0. Of course, if in the exam you're going to get the full mark, you're going to write locus, you're going to write equation of the locus P, of the locus of P is, and then write the whole equation down here. I guarantee you got full mark for that. Alright, yes, so we already practiced about locus. So our last question, okay, last question, yeah, before I end this video, I'm going to post the last question over here. Okay, last question in this one. Okay, in this question, I think is quite simple. He give you two coordinates and then he give you this is perpendicular, this straight line is perpendicular to this straight line. Okay, even if it doesn't seem like a straight line, just assume it's a straight line because I draw it using hand. Alright, and then he give you the equation for PS is 7x minus 2y equal to 39. Whenever you see the equation, you know you can get the x-intercept, y-intercept and gradient because y equal to mx+c tells us everything. Alright, and then whenever you got two coordinates, you know that actually you can get the equation, you can get the gradient, you can get the y-intercept, x-intercept and everything. Okay, and then you see the perpendicular, you must link it to the m1 multiple m2 equal to negative 1. This is some information you must know whenever you solve the geometric coordinate, because geometric coordinate for me is one of the easiest chapters to get marked. Alright, so I will recommend you to practice a lot in this chapter because the mark is so easy to get. Just apply in the formula. So you have to practice how to use the formula in order to solve the question in this chapter. Alright, so do not go further. So I'm going to start to discuss about this question. So A, find the equation of the straight line PS. You're going to ask you to find PS. So from here, actually, I can get the gradient for PQ, and then gradient for PQ and gradient for PS will give me negative 1. So I'm going to do one by one. Okay, first I'm going to find gradient for PQ. I got two coordinates, y1 minus y2. I'm going to use x, 8 minus 6 over 5 minus 1. which is I will got 2 over 4, which is 1 over 2. Alright, so this is gradient for PQ. Okay, so yeah, then gradient, because it's perpendicular, right? So gradient for PS multiple gradient for PQ will give me -1. Alright, so yeah, I got PQ, so gradient for PS multiple 1 over 2 will get -1, so gradient for PS will equals to -2. Alright, then I got this one. I know I have to substitute one coordinate on the line PS, which is I have the coordinate P, 1, 6. Alright, yes, so I'm going to substitute in the formula y minus y equals to the m, -2, x minus x, this is 1. Alright, so y minus 6 equal to -2x plus 2. So y actually equal to -2x plus 8. Okay, this one is the equation for PS. So I'm going to write it down. Equation for PS over here is y equals to -2x plus 8. Alright, I got this equation over here. Alright, then he asks you to find the coordinate of S. So I say whenever you see the coordinate, first information come into your mind should be simultaneous equation. You need two equations which is passed through the S, because we got RS and PS, so I know I actually can use these two equations to help me to find S. You cannot use the equation PQ to find S because PQ do not pass through the S. Alright, so I'm going to write down equation PS over here, which equals to y equals to -2x plus 8, and then I'm going to write the equation RS for here, which is 7x minus 2y equals to 39. So now I want to find the coordinate x. Okay, so S, I just let it become x and y lah, so I do not know, so I'm going to find R. So let's substitute 1 into 2, because this one y in the subject. So substitute 1 into 2. So it's so simple. So 7x minus 2y is -2x plus 8 equals to 39. Okay, I just substitute the y into the y here. Alright, so 7x, yeah, no in already. Let me change another marker. Okay, over here. Okay, so -2, remember multiple -2 into both. A lot of students just multiple 2, ignore the negative. You cannot do like that. Have to multiple -2 into both. So plus 4x will be -16 equals to 39. Alright, this one is 11x. -39 over here will give you, okay, will give you 54. Is it 55? Yeah, it will give you 55. Alright, so x is equal to 5. Same thing, I'm going to substitute x equal to 5 into 1. So y is equal to -2, 5 plus 8, which is -10 plus 8, y will equal to -2. Therefore, I got the coordinate x equals to 5 and -2. Done. Okay, I say most of the time he asks you to find the coordinates. You just link it to the simultaneous equation. You need two equations. We will pass through that coordinate. Just substitute in and solve it. You will got the coordinate 5 and -2. Alright, I'm going to write over here, and then I'm going to proceed to the C. Okay, what is part C over here? Okay, coordinates of T is the ratio. Okay, ratio again links to the formula I mentioned just now. 1, 3. So I'm going to write over here. So this is 1, this is 3. Okay, it's given over here. So I'm going to draw this line again just to make sure you understand. Okay, because it's going to take some place, so I'm going to twist it like that, but then it's the same thing. Alright, P, T, and S. I'm going to call this one 1 and 3, and then S coordinate is 5, -2, and P is 1 and 6. T I do not know, I'm going to call it X and Y. Okay, of course in the exam you don't do like what I do. Okay, you should draw exactly like this, but then actually in the exam you don't need to draw out also, never mind. Right, so you're going to put in the formula and not going to write the formula again, you just go and check the formula out. Alright, so because I'm going to straight away do, so yes, this is the middle one, which is XY, or equals to Okay, m, okay, I'm going to label m and n because just to worry you forget it. Okay, m multiple the further one. So 3 multiple 1, the x value first. The first column do x value, this one do y value. Alright, so 1 plus 1 multiple the further one is 5. Over 3 plus 1 is 4. Comma, same thing. M multiple the further y, which is 3 multiple 6, plus 1 multiple the further one, 1 multiple negative 2, and then m plus n is 4. Okay, I'm going to do it separately. This one equal to x, this one equal to y. So x will equals to, this is 3 plus 5 over 4. So x is equals to 8 over 4, 2. Comma, y will equals to the whole thing over here, which is 18 minus 2 over 4, which is 16 over 4 will give you 4. So therefore, coordinate t will equals to 2 and 4. Done. Alright, not really hard, right? Just to make sure you put the middle coordinate in front here or last here. So always the middle, because sometimes he will give you these two coordinates, ask you to find this one. Middle one always is the result. Alright? Just memorize this one, it will help you a lot. Okay, so I got T, okay, and then yes. Last part, he asks you to find the coordinate R if the area for, okay, if the area for PQRS is 30. Okay, if the area is 30 over here. Alright, so I'm going to find the coordinate R. So I'm going to rewrite all the coordinates here just to make sure you understand. Accordingly, P is 1 and 6. Q is 5 and 8. R is, do not know, X and Y. And S is 5 and negative 2. Alright, and then he gives us the area for PQRS is equals to 30 unit square. Okay, when I see area, I know I have to use the area formula. So area formula is simple, 1 over 2, and then you're going to write all the x, repeat the first one. So you've got 1, 5, x, 5, repeat the first one, 1. Okay, and then y. 6, 8, y, negative 2, repeat the first one, 6. Will equals to 30. So first step, I move the 1 over 2 to the other side. Make this one become multiple 2, you got 60. Then I'm going to solve this one. Okay, if you do not know how to do the area one, just go ahead to find out my first video. Okay, going to teach you how to solve this one. So I'm going to solve it straight away. 1 multiple 8 will give me 8 plus 5 multiple y. I will give you 5y plus x multiple negative 2 will give me negative 2x plus 5 multiple 6 will give me 30. Okay, and then going to minus like this, so will become negative 2. This one is plus 5y. This one plus 8x. Last one plus 30. Equals to 60. Alright, so I'm going to solve this one. Okay, so when I solve this one, yeah, number and number I solve, of course. This one is 38. So from here I know 5y minus 2x plus 38. And then minus, I'm going to solve this one, negative 2, 30. Okay, this is 5y plus 8x plus 28 equals to 60. Right, now I have to multiply the negative into all of it. Alright, just to make sure. Okay, so 5y minus 5y, yeah, gone. No more 5y. Okay, negative 2x minus negative 2x minus 8x, we got negative 10x. Alright, 38 minus 28, we got 10 plus 10 equals to 60. Alright, okay. I say whenever you see this one, when you expand, he will give you positive, negative. So negative 10x plus 10, no more modulus already, you will got positive negative 60. So you will have to answer for that. So I'm going to solve it like this. Alright, let me continue like this way. So from here, we will know actually negative 10x plus 10 equals to 60. Yeah, or negative 10x plus 10 equals to negative 60. Okay, yeah, then I'm going to solve it. Okay, so yeah, so you got some interesting value. So negative 10x equals to 50, x will equals to this one, x will equals to negative 5. Alright, for over here, or negative 10x will equals to negative 70. Alright, so x will equals to 7. Okay, from here, because you want to find coordinate r, so you know x is impossible to get the negative value. So we only take the positive value because negative 5 is on the other side. Alright, so I'm not going to take this one. Okay, so when x equals to 7, I'm going to substitute back to either one to find my y. Okay, let's find the equation of, do I have the equation of QR? Just let me check, yeah. I think we have the equation, yeah. We substitute over here, RS. Because we need to find R, right? So I'm going to substitute into the RS. So 7x minus 2y equals to 39. This is equation of Rx. So 7. So from here, 49 minus 2y equals to 39. So negative 2y equals to negative 10. Y will equal to 5. So therefore, coordinate for R will be 7 and 5. Done. Alright? Okay, yeah. This is another long video for you. So I hope these 3 examples actually give you some idea how to find the area, how to solve the ratio questions, how to find the coordinate using simultaneous equation. Yes, I hope you do enjoy this video and remember about the perpendicular, always m1 equal to m2, m1 multiple m2 equal to negative 1, and remember the formula for gradient, y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2, and then also remember when you see locus, is related to the distance formula. Alright, I hope this video really helped you. Okay, thanks for watching.